Hey guys, this is Patriot 3%er. I wanted to do the little one-handed fire challenge. Um, One of the really easy ways, just in all honesty, is you just basically you take your knife, drive it down into the piece of wood, get you some of your catchings, your little grass, or maybe you've got some lint, whatever, in your bag. You get your little catchings and your fire starter, and just drive your knife down in the wood and basically rake your ferro rod over the knife, over the back side of the knife, to create your sparks. And you put it on I'll kind of show you real quick. This knife is actually not it's actually not the striker knife, but this is my K-bar. I keep in my bug out, or well, I do a get home bag. I don't have bug out bags. I'm making my stand where I'm at. Anyway, so basically you drive this down into the wood, right? And let me set this down here. You basically drive it into the wood. It's down in there. You get your grass stuff, here, and then you just drag the ferro rod against the knife, knocks the sparks down into your grass or your catchings and stuff. So, all right. So, okay, I keep that in my get home bag. I also keep it in my hunting bag. I switch it back and forth. I really love this knife, man. I've used the crap out of this thing. Great little knife. Okay. One of the other things I keep in my get home bag is one of these. All right, and it's a great little saw. You can work it one-handed, you close it up one-handed, and it's just a great little knife, great little saw to have. So what I did was I took this saw and basically cut me a long stick. Just kind of a long stick here, right? And I did all this one-handed. I mean, I don't have editing video. I don't have editing stuff, and I don't know how to edit. So my videos are just kind of straight up. So I did all this one-handed. If you do or don't believe me, that's cool. I'm telling you honestly, I did it all one-handed. Okay. So basically, what I did was made me a stick. This is something everybody needs to go get. This is a little paracord type stuff, but what it is it's used for duck decoys, and you can find it in the hunting section. The stuff is it's not very thick, but man, it's freaking, I mean, it's stout. It's really good stuff. It makes a real good tight knot. I got this whole spool at the end of duck season at Walmart. Well, you have to go to a Walmart that you have a lot of duck hunting in that area. If not, you could probably order it online, but I ordered this big old spool of this stuff, or got this big old spool of this stuff for, man, I think it was $3 or $4, and I bought all they had. So I've got several spools of this. Great stuff, man. And so what I did was keep some of this in my get home bag as well. All right. So what I did with the stick was I then took and just basically made me, basically what I did was took the saw and I wedged this stick in a tree over here, used my leg against it to kind of push against it and kind of pin it up pretty good, because this is green wood. It's got a little flexibility to it. And I basically just took the saw and sawed out the end a little bit. All right, and then I took my knife, this big K-bar that I've got over here, this big K-bar, stuck it down in where I sawed some, and then just picked up a rock and kind of wedged it in there and picked up a rock. And as you can see, I'm whooping on this thing all the time. And so anyway, it's just a great freaking knife. And then I just wedged it down in there, and I took and and hit on it with a rock and split it on down just a little further. All right, I took this little $10 knife I got from Walmart, okay, and then I took and whittled, you know, while it was still wedged in there, I took my big K-bar and I just took and chopped here and made some, you know, some grooves in it so that this tie wire, this tie cord would kind of stick in there pretty good. All right, and then I just wedged the knife down into the split there, and it's in there pretty good, as you can see. I mean, it's in there. And the reason I did this is so that now I've got a spear as well. You can also take this, like, say, down to the fishing hole, you know, get real patient, get real silent, bam, stab a fish. You know, you can do all this one-handed. Stab a fish. You know, if you get pretty good with this, you practice with it, you can actually take and you can get real close to rabbits. Rabbits will usually set in place until you nearly step on them. Man, bam, way to, you know. So now I've got a 2-in-1 tool, and I can still use this as, you know, to carve some stuff up if I need to. Okay, all right, so now what we're going to do is, I bet this sucker, yeah, there we go. All right, see if I can set this up. All right, basically, because I'm trying to just do all this on the ground, so basically what I'm going to do from here is I've taken a rock and taken some of this old stuff here, and this I can now, so I'm gonna keep this hand back so I can do all this one-handed. I'm gonna take this knife and get it down in here, and I'm gonna use my knees to kind of wedge it. And I don't know if you can see this. This is hard to do here to video it all, but anyway, I've got it wedged there. So I'm just going to take the sparrow rod. I wish to make it where you could see this a little better. And now I'm just going to pull against the knife. Oh, got some. It's not easy to do here, but you're also one-handed. Come on now. There it goes. There it goes. Now I'm just going to pull that away. Got a little fire going. I gathered me some sticks here. Still going to use some of my grass here. Going to catch my yard on fire. And basically, just going to keep piling these little twigs on here. And it's about that easy. Look at that. Oh yeah. And from there, you just keep piling your bigger stuff on there. And like I said, I did make this spear one-handed. Like I said, I don't have the way to edit it. So, you know, if you want to believe me, cool. If not, I understand. That's I mean, that's up to you. But anyway, and there you go, man. You got a fire. Nothing to it. Nice and warm. And you just keep adding your sticks, you know, obviously. And so, like I said, I wished I had the editing capabilities, man. I'd love to have seen y'all. Because when I was tying this, I'll be honest with you, it's challenging. But the cool thing about this, string that I'm talking about, you know, when you wedge it in there, you know, you wedge it real good, and you can, let me see, you can take and, you know, you can tie a knot in it. Makes a real easy knot, this string does, okay? And just slipped it over there and pulled it tight, And I also kept the paracord on this knife. I got this knife at Walmart for 10 bucks. And oh, my old grass is trying to catch on fire. Old dry grass I got. Ron, don't understand why you can't start a fire with dry grass. So anyway, like I said, I just cut the grooves and stuff in it, and then once I got it all the way to the end, I took and wrapped it around this several times and pulled in tight on it, because it also has little grooves on top of the knife here, if you can see them. And then just pulled back on it real tight. Put another knot, pulled another knot, a slip knot, pulled it down over the whole deal, and made me a little, I know this is kind of crazy here. As you can see, made me a little grooves in the wood here, carved it out with my big K-bar, just chopped at it, and then, come down on it one-handed, and pulled this tight so that it would kind of hold all this together. I know there's probably 100 other ways to do it, better ways, I understand, it's all good, but as you can see, I still have a fire going here, and so there's my one-handed challenge. Northern Girl, I apologize, I don't have the editing stuff, but hey, it is what it is. So, hope y'all enjoyed this, and y'all have a blessed day, and Patriot 3%er out.